Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. The doll. The dolls are creepy. Aloha, everybody. It is Friday, June 5th. And we get this going on. Yeah. Alright. It's June 5th, it's Friday. I gotta go run around again with the errand day. And let's put this over so it doesn't... I don't know what happened when my... Bloody hell. This whole setup here is gotten kind of kooky because I keep rolling with technical difficulties. But I do believe that my microphone here, the Yeti, is working. It's plugged in, I think. So that would be audio, and yeah, this is working. Okay, it's working, I think. I don't know how that happened. It wasn't working before, and I was terribly, terribled about it, and now it's working. But I haven't been getting much sleep lately because of my the anniversary date, 21 years. Yay! This is all one day at a time. Just whatever. Just whatever you do. Whatever you do, don't drink. Alcohol, that is. This is kombucha. Kombucha. I'm having this weird taste for kombucha lately. Now, little vlog, little news. The birds seem to have gotten the picture and are not out there. Well, at least today. It's a day-by-day thing. Also, I just think there's enough room elsewhere where they can find their little spots, so they're good. And the spots over here are not being populated as much as before. Because I'm out there going, with the lightsaber, right? Thank goodness for the first order.
Hey, where should get the birds?
Get the birds. Anyways, it's inconvenient and annoying enough for them to, this place is better. That's the whole idea. So that's a good thing. But I didn't see the birds out there, and I'm like, oddly disappointed, but then happy at the same time. Anyways, that's that. The regular news. Oh gosh. Okay, let's try to make this short. I wasn't kind of keeping up. I thought it would all play out as a smattering of news about after the primary election in 6 states, but there's not much. I don't know. I didn't catch much of that. I figured they're just going to be all over the results, but that's just 6 states, and that's just the primary. I don't know who won California governor. Maybe they're not done counting, so I'm still like limbo there. There's some weird stuff, but I haven't been following. Michael and I were talking about cryptocurrency a lot, so I was looking at all of that and trying to figure that out, and he's trying to help me figure that out. And so there's interesting stuff, and it's kind of complicated. Can't get into it, as in it's a whole bunch of stuff, but it has to deal with long-term and short-term trade. Swing, I hate to use the wrong words on that. And the cage match, Washington, D.C., the cage match is on, but the fighters didn't want to fight. People are starting to complain about that thing. Because you look at the White House, The East Wing is gone, and they're trying to build the gigantic ballroom with an underground bunker. So that's all destroyed in construction zone. And then there's this weird structure they call a claw, which is like an awesome outdoor arena over there. They're trying to paint the reflecting pool, so that's it's no water in it, and they're painting this paint, and they're having problems with that, and it's going over budget and all that stuff. 250-year anniversary stuff might not be more than failed, and they're gonna have this week-long show with entertainers, but the entertainers dropped out because they don't want to be associated with Trump, except for Kid Rock. He don't count no more. So when they have these things for 250-year anniversary of the U.S., they're gonna be, Trump-centered, but it's also gonna be like, it looks like it's all falling apart. The plans are falling apart. It isn't happening. His little dreamscape of self-glorification isn't coming together anyways. And then there's all those things. Oh, probably the biggest news, I think, is that 2 billion or 1.8 or 1.775, but that slush fund meant for the victims of the Biden administration. Biden, he weaponized the DOJ and he made lies people terrible, But that's exactly what Trump's doing right now. Are you kidding me? And they're right before our eyes. He's gotten this FBI to get sicked on people and all his enemies too. It's his whole enemies list, and he's going down the enemies list. He's doing that to people, but he's like victimized all those victims. $1.8 billion. Okay, it was on. Everyone talked about it. The GOP was against it. Now it's off. They put a bill had they made legislation, or they called it off. They're like, yeah, maybe that's a bad idea. Nah. They called it off, but then they wanted to make a bill to make sure it's illegal to do that. So Congress is busy doing a bill. But then again, I think it's on. So I'm not even sure. But here's the bad about that slush fund. I heard Trump say, when he had the classified documents that he took, truckloads, upon this, not exact, that's like literally, there's trucks and trucks and trucks of classified documents when he lost the election. He was trying to say that he didn't lose 2021. He took all this documentation and he stored them mostly, I think, in Mar A Lardo, the resort in Florida. And then they sued him to give the classified, a lot of them top secret classified documents, sued him to get him back. He gave back some of them, and then he kept the others. And then that Jack Smith guy even built a trial case and about, bringing him to court about all that. And then Trump was out of town from Florida, and he was that president at the time, former. And the FBI went and raided Mar A Lardo for the remaining documents, and they had all those pictures. And there's just literally tons in the toilet and tons in this theater thing. And Trump's like, blustered about it. But when he became president, he had Jack Smith drop the case. But now, here's the weird part. Currently, as president, those people that got victimized by President Biden in his... Trump includes himself as one of those victims, right? He includes himself as they did that. It was a court order. They had a warrant. But when the FBI and all that, and they went into Mar A Lardo when he wasn't there, they went through my underwear drawer, kind of, oh, how dare they, with the Mar A Lardo raid, which was executing a warrant, so, does Trump want to be able to tap into that $1.8 million? Wait, it's 1.8 billion. That's right. I keep getting, it's like so mind-boggling. Trump wants to be able to tap into it. He's one of the victims. So he'll disperse some money to all his January 6 people, but then he has connection to this 1.8.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of weird stuff afoot, and I can't keep track of all of it. No, but let's go. It's Friday. Oh, come on. Hawaii news. Hey, Hawaii news. Oh gosh. The state forms Medicaid fraud unit after funding cut. Because the vice president is accusing everyone of waste, fraud, and abuse. He's kind of taking over the Doge thing. And they want to get rid of the Medicaid fraud. So there's less federal funding for, this is healthcare stuff. They want to just take away healthcare funding. And there you go. Oh, we got a Medicaid fraud unit. See? So they want the funding back in the feds. Oh, and the war in Iran, of course. Both sides are not budging over who controls the Strait of Hormuz, the oil pipeline of shipping. So the Israelis are striking, and also in Lebanon. This is Lebanon. In Lebanon, Israel is battling Lebanon, or more specifically, the Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Hezbollah is backed by Iran. So Iran's not going to do a truce with, you're fighting our terrorist group in Lebanon, so Iran doesn't want to make a deal in the Iran war. So this is connected to that. Now it's like the kick in the hornet's nest is coming to light. No challengers, easy win. Okay, and we're having all these like spotty matches in sports. Raised platform. What this is about is the UH volleyball guys. Yay! This is where they're playing USC in May. They want the new TV deal. So Hawaii News Now wants to give them, or they want to gain access to the games, so you can see the volleyball games on TV. Now I don't know if this cuts out the crowd, cuts into because they can stay home and watch it on TV, but it's a lucrative deal time for the UH volleyball thing. It comes on with all the other athletes going, well, if you're going to use my name and likeness, kind of like actors getting paid. And speaking of actors getting paid, goodbye. It's all going to AI. And then there's golf. Next. Oh, a little back in the day, maybe. Oh, there we go. I would relax. You just climb a tower and use letters. K, K, K. Okay. This is Steeplejack Art Lelon brings down part of the KGU sign from the radio star in 64. Navigational hazards. The call letters were neon tubing, which had at the top for 30 years, had to remove part of the Honolulu painter proof of the sign ordinance. It's a billboard. Yeah, because it's a stupid, ugly KGU sign going up in the sky. Say, ooh, it's neon. Yeah, no wonder they got rid of that.
Oh, God.
Todd Blanche, the new acting attorney general, and yeah, right now he's acting the part. He's trying to Trump-splain his way to get the job permanently. Yikes! Oh, here you go. Put the cartoon. How's this? Ooh, cage match is on. Ooh.
I prefer the old rose garden.
Yeah, look at what he's doing to this place. It's terrible. It's the White House is called the People's House. It's not your house. Even if you're president. Okay, what do we have here?
HMSA sudden switch voice dumps itself in strange rooms. This is trash for landfill. Give us the workers exceptional service.
What's this?
HMSA's sudden switch requires more clarity.
The people of Hawaii deserve to be informed about the significant changes in payment that the Hawaii Medical Service Association, HMSA, has suddenly imposed on physicians and other allied health providers. A 60-day notice was issued for the transition from value-based payment to fee-for-service. As a private practice, our survival is at a serious risk. While HMSA officials have claimed that discussions have been ongoing for a year, most healthcare providers, including myself, were completely unaware of any upcoming changes to payment structures. I strongly believe that lawmakers and state officials need to find a balanced approach as our survival depends on it. Teresa Wee, MD, Waipahu. Thank you. Thank you for sending in your letter, Teresa. Dr. Wee. Like Doctor Who? Dr. Wee. Anyway, this has directly affected me, I think, because I don't have a PCP, primary care physician. I don't got one because mine left the system, and I didn't inquire more than that. I just thought, might be personal reasons. I don't want to be nosy. It's just like, it's nice to, be working with. It was my doctor for a long time now. And she left. I figured she's probably just going back to Arizona. But I'm suspecting that this is the cause. There's something wrong with because she said, I'm leaving this system, meaning HMSA, which is like the health guys, right? The health insurance provider. But HMSA, and there was another one that's all Kaiser hospitals and stuff, and they got together under the umbrella, kind of like a merger, but they're under the umbrella of this other system, and they're going to be calling it One Health. I don't know. It's inspired by the U2 song. The HMSA's payment structure, I guess it is, that's different. Fee for service instead of whatever. But anyways, it's disadvantageous to the doctors and nurses and the healthcare providers, the PCP. So they're like, okay, some people they're losing the doctors. They're going to go someplace else. And that's not good for people. This is Hawaii. A lot of people are getting elderly. We're doing the gray tsunami over here. And there's people that need that, like me included, right? So I got the urology challenges. And, drop of the hat could be a UTI infection. And those things can be serious and go sepsis. People die from sepsis. Like, holy shit. It's like any time, I gotta be real careful about sometimes. Anyways, if I don't have like healthcare insurance to able to go to this stuff, then yikes. And then the doctors are leaving because of that, yikes. So, I don't know, get your act together, and it's more than just federal funding. But maybe it is federal funding. Anyways, that's all for now. I gotta go. This Friday, so to make them long. Aloha.
Aloha to you. Start on Friday with aloha anyways. It's Friday. Aloha. Have a good day. Good night, sunny out.
Fast asleep when they scheme. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. And when they try to change, you can say no, free me.